Muhammad ibn Maslama to lead about 30 people to go and to go up north. I've forgotten the name. Right. So to go up north to go and attack one of the disturbing tribes. You understand? So when Muhammad ibn Maslama got there, you understand? The Bajima they are very weak people, so they ran away. So Muhammad ibn Maslama just waited for some days just to ensure that okay, they've dispersed truly. Then when coming back, so the expedition was just a simple expedition. But when coming back, was he? I think it is 300, not 30. If I mentioned 30, that should be a mistake. He went with 300 people. So when they were coming back, they now saw an envoy. You understand? They saw an envoy. That envoy is called a big fish. You understand? A big fish. So it is called this envoy. If you've seen different all these movies that you used to watch, maybe Japanese movie, Korean movie, you will understand what an envoy means. Envoy means a carriage that is very, very small, but then it has quality. Biki Yawoba ati àwọn bí ẹ̀ṣọ́ márùn come and travel. Ṣé mo pé envoy yẹn bó ṣe kéré tó, if anything should happen to them, ó lè fa ogun tó máa jà fún mi, ó lè fa ogun tó máa last for 100 years. So that is what an envoy means. It means the quality of people. You understand? So this envoy consists of someone that is called Sumama ibn Athal. Sumama ibn Athal. And Sumama ibn Athal is a big warrior, but then he was just traveling. You understand? We are going to know where he was going now. So, and Sumama ibn Athal is the chieftain of Banu Hanifa. There's a main tribe up north that is called Banu Hanifa. That is where Sumama ibn Athal is from. So Sumama ibn Athal, he was captured by Muhammad ibn Maslama. But Muhammad ibn Maslama don't die bala to jogu. Only Sumama ibn Athal or they capture. Now Sumama ibn Athal is a kafir, is a pagan. You understand? In this time, he has promised to keep Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam before. And to down at the so one call the capture and Muhammad ibn Maslama that captured him did not even recognize him. You understand? He did not recognize him. He just saw an envoy and captured him, and then he took it because the whole situation around Medina was tense. We understand the situation. Like almost every tribe that is in Arab have contributed to Hondak. They were part of the Confederate. So meaning that everybody wants to attack Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam now. So if the Sahabas, they were able to make a move before someone attacks, you know that it's going to be a good catch for them. And it's easy for the Sahaba to capture one person and say that, okay, this particular person is a good quality person. They take him to the tribe and threaten the tribe, if you should come again, we are going to kill your leader. You understand all this political chess that happens. So Sumama ibn Athal was captured and he was brought to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the masjid. The whole situation in the Islamic Empire then, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam did not have a palace. So there is no prison, there is no anywhere they can put him. So they had to tie Sumama ibn Athal inside the mosque. Also Sumama Malay, mosque. So Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam now asked Muhammad ibn Maslama, do you know who you have captured? Do you even know who you've captured? So he said no. You understand? So Muhammad ibn Maslama replied that he did not know who we have captured. So Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that is Sumama ibn Athal, the chieftain of Banu Hanifa. And if someone is familiar with Musaylamatul al-Kazab, and what is familiar with the story, Musaylamatul al-Kazab is from this tribe. You understand? I'm going to call more details later, but then Sumama ibn Athal is so interesting for us to learn now. So Sumama ibn Athal, he was captured, and then he was kept in the masjid. So along with other slaves, so Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam commanded the Muslims that they should treat the slaves very well. So Sumama ibn Athal, he spent about 3 days with Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Within these 3 days, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to tell the Sahabas to feed the slave, because in Islam, they capture your no think about share. If we judge punishment, then not that you should maltreat him. We don't do that in Islam, you understand? So he was being fed well. In fact, he said that sometimes the food of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam will be given to him. So Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam now approached him on the first day. He said, "What is the matter with you, Sumama ibn Athal?" So Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam approached him the first time, like, "What do you have to say now?" So Sumama said, "In tektulni zadam. In tektulni tektul zadam." He threatened Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in return. He said, "If you kill me, you have killed someone that has a heavy blood." Meaning that Muhammad ibn Hassan is a big man. He knows that he's a big man himself. Tanabi wa fi le pass Muhammad ibn Hassan, Anabi shekin, Anabi ti invite ogun láti Banu Hanifa wá sí Madina nìyẹn. So he said, if you kill me, you have killed someone that has heavy blood. And he said, Wahin tunim ala shakir. Like if you are generous to me, meaning that if you make me feel good, but once if you are good to me, then know that you are good to someone that will pay you back. You understand? Mean that you are good to someone that will repay your favor. If you are very good with me, if you do not punish me, know that I will surely pay you back. And he said the last one, like he made that statement that it was beautiful in Arabic, but then English is always very poor. So he said, if you kill me, you have killed someone that has heavy blood. If you are generous to me, he said, if you are generous to me, you are generous to someone that will pay you back. And he said the last one, that if you want money, you understand? No, just name your price that I'm going to give it to you. So Prophet ﷺ left him after he made that statement. The second day, Prophet ﷺ went to him again, and then he said the same thing. The third day, Prophet ﷺ went to him again, and he said the same thing. So Prophet ﷺ now instructed the Sahabas to lose him and let him go. So Muhammad ibn Asal just went away. After a few minutes, he came back, and then he declares his shahada that he has accepted Islam. Now, a lot of reasons, but we have to be very brief. Like Prophet ﷺ, he's not coming to wage war on Prophet ﷺ, but he's one of the enemies. In fact, he said that he has openly says that anytime that he meets Prophet ﷺ, that he's going to kill him. But he's from Banu Hanifa, not from the Quraysh. I want Quraysh losing Kogunta Nabi majorly now. From Banu Hanifa, anytime. So the news has gotten to Prophet ﷺ, and Prophet ﷺ has already prayed against him that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala should grant him power to capture Muhammad ibn Hassan. So freely like that, Muhammad ibn Maslama just captured him, meaning that the dua of Prophet was accepted. So he was captured. When he was captured, it is deserving that Prophet ﷺ punish him, but then it is still not very, very deserving. You understand? You understand? So it's not like he has killed someone, it's not like he has committed an offense, so Prophet ﷺ left him. But within these 3 days that he spent with Prophet ﷺ as a prisoner in the masjid, he has seen the reality of Islam. And these are the things that some of us, we need to have some free mind. And I must encourage us, if you see someone that hated Islam so much, you should understand that it is possible that someone just ate Islam out of what he has heard. Imagine, how can someone live in this world and not hate Islam if you are not exposed to what reality of Islam is? Because the information that is being passed around about Islam is not a very good thing. You cannot imagine you yourself living in a free world and then you hear that 9/11 is being done by the Muslim, all these things. How will you have a good impression about Islam? Now it is our responsibility to make people know that no, this is not the reality of Islam. When he saw the reality of Islam, the Muslim, how people you shewa now? One king one shekini. I was all your mom, me coffee, a jemmy, about Mwelem, Lodo Tiwa. So he saw the reality of Islam, like, no, these people are never like the way we are being told about them. So he left. In fact, he said that when he left, he went to take bath. You understand? He took some bath, and then he came back. So he now said that that is when the legislation of Guslu Tenyaba was Islam, what's that? The name of Guslu. There's one we say Guslu. The 5 Guslu that we have after the 4, the last one is the whole of Islam. Subhanallah. There's no other person that knows it in this class. Abi, why are people not responding? La ilaha illallah. Ugao.
Honestly, I was expecting someone to respond. That's why I didn't want to say anything. But yeah, I was then but no Guslu the whole Islam for.
La hawla. So brother, sister Awa is expecting brother Edupet to answer, brother Akintude is expecting sister Rahma, brother Mustafa is expecting brother Mahmoud. Everybody is expecting each other and then no one is answering. Subhanallah al-Azim.
Sahih bil khairat. Like Mo ní ká máa ṣe sáyẹ̀rì bil khairat ká máa sáré lọ síbi dáadáa.
You are going
Ṣé
to
bàbá
see
wọn
that.
kọ́ máa gbọ́ wájú wa fún àfẹ́ṣẹ́.
Ṣeré àwọn sọ̀hábà tí Ànábì bá pa wọ́n láṣẹ pé kó ṣe nǹkan. For example, let me give Sumama ibn Hassal as an example. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam will give them the command of, okay, give, àwọn ẹlẹ́wọ̀n yìí o, treat them well. Prophet just say treat them well. Àwọn sọ̀hábà dẹ̀ máa kó oúnjẹ lọ sọ́dọ̀ wọn. Wọ́n máa kó oúnjẹ lọ sọ́dọ̀ wọn. Instead of kí ọkọ̀ jẹun náà kó àlọ́ fún ẹlẹ́wọ̀n ní yòókù pé, Prophet say we should treat one slave well or one captive well. They will start giving them food. They will be rushing and you see them competing within themselves like, oh, you want to go to the like they will be competing against their own stomach. But look at we students learning about them today. We cannot even compete. La hawla. We are definitely going to see another competition that's going to happen among the Sahabas today, inshallah, if time permits. And let's get an encouragement from it. Like, no, it is important that as Muslims we compete to do good things. So may Allah make it easy for us. So we have to conclude about Sumama ibn Athal. So Sumama ibn Athal, I was talking about the legislation of Ghusl, the whole of Islam. Then he did it. So eventually, scholars discuss. This is not fiqh class. In fiqh class, it's not as if it is compulsory, but it is important. It is good that someone that just enters Islam do Ghusl, the whole of Islam. And some scholars they say that tó bá jẹ́ pé ọ̀ṣẹ́bọlẹ̀ nìyẹn ni kó wẹ̀ the whole of Islam. Tó bá jẹ́ pé àwọn alil kitab ni kò ní kó wẹ̀ the whole of Islam. So we should all these reasons are why we do have various discussions, various fatwa, and we now realize that if you eventually learn all these manhaj, mazhab is going to be understanding for you, and you are never going to be seeing an enmity from it. Because someone is choosing to be a Maliki, someone is choosing to be an Hanafi, there is no need for enmity in it. It is just a path. Follow the one that you are convenient with, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will guide you. But then the reality is what we see today. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keeping us safe and guiding us. So after this, Sumama ibn Athal, he now narrated the story that, okay, let me tell you the story of what happened. Because how did you even capture him so cheap like that? We know that he's a chieftain of a leader, he's a chieftain of a tribe. So he has to be, he's a man at war, he should be preparing for war. He now told Prophet ﷺ that he was actually traveling to go and do Umrah in Mecca. Hajj before Prophet ﷺ came. So he said he was going for Umrah. And so that is why he was being captured. So he was captured like that, like a chicken. But then he accepted Islam. So radiallahu anhu. So when he now told Prophet ﷺ that he still have interest in doing that Umrah, that should he continue? Prophet said that yeah, you should continue. So he now went to Umrah again. He now continued on his journey to Umrah. So now another major thing that Sumama ibn Athal did was that Sumama ibn Athal is the first Muslim to do Umrah. I don't know if you are getting these details. For us to see that beyond learning about war in this time, there are many important details. And I do not know how you want to pass any quiz that is coming up, maybe next week or any time that I eventually finish the preparation without knowing all these details. So we should know that Sumama ibn Athal is the first Muslim to perform Umrah. Even before Prophet Muhammad, look at that honor that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave to him. So you understand. So I'm talking about Umrah as someone coming in, not that King Tawaf around Masjid and around Kaaba. Okay, since Prophet has been expelled from Mecca, since he has been expelled, so Muhammad ibn Athal is the one. He's not the first person to perform Umrah, because Sa'd ibn Mu'az did very early on, but he is the first person to perform Umrah, saying he's the first Muslim to perform Umrah openly. So they will appear like kafir, like Sa'd ibn Mu'az. He will go into Mecca as if he's doing business. You understand? So they will not know. He will just do tawaf and he knows what he wants to do. So, but Sumama ibn Athal, complete Labaik Allahumma Labaik completely, you understand, and loudly. So when he did it openly, Labaik Allahumma Labaik, Labaik la sharika Labaik, because it is said that this tahiyya has been corrupted by the it is the legislation of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam. So But then the pagans have corrupted it. They have introduced different wording in his what is Soren or Shirku. But then Sumama ibn Asal was the first person to say it correctly. So when he said it and the Quraysh, they questioned him like, what are you saying? So they now asked him that, have you accepted Islam? Then he said yes. He openly said to them that you have accepted Islam. So this is when Abu Sufyan now faced him, and then they challenged him. They assault him. You understand? Why they were assaulting him? They were about killing him. When others were cautioning Abu Sufyan and others, tẹ́bá lọ pa Sumama ibn Asal, gbogbo àwọn Banu Hanifa ló máa bá yín jà, because Sumama ibn Asal is a chieftain. You cannot just do anything for him. He's a man with full steez, with full aura, that even when he was captured, you understand that type of thing when he was captured by the Muslims. But then when he accepted Islam, he went to Mecca, he went to Kaaba proudly to do Umrah, and then the Meccans, they assaulted him. Abu Sufyan was among those that led the assault. So when they assaulted him, so he now said, mo promise you, no grain, no food is going to be coming from up north to Mecca again. So he made that promise to them, and he said, until let's pay attention to all these details, because it's going to be helping us to understand the politics that is connecting. So we won't just be learning without any connection. So Sumama ibn Asal, because he was maltreated in Mecca, as Muslims, he was beaten up, he was about to be killed. So when they assaulted him, he now said, you have done this to me, oh Quraysh, from north again to this place, because Sumama ibn Asal is the one controlling the north. He now said, until Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam writes letter to me, no grain of rice, not rice, they don't eat rice then. No grain of food is going to come from north again. And we all know that the Quraysh, their patronage is majorly coming from the north, and north is around from Medina, from Najd, from all those areas that from Sham, you understand? Thank you. So from Sham, Korea and Abishan intercept caravan. I want to believe we have gotten this, because they are going to Toban Padasimaka, Omamagba, Medina Koja. So Anabi man tell that intercept caravan. But Banu Hanifa Sushi wa loke. Banu Hanifa sọ pé oúnjẹ kankan ò ní wá, oúnjẹ tó bá ti lọ sí Quraysh wọn ò ní kó kọjá lọ́dọ̀ wọn mọ́. So this it is said that Sumama ibn Asal effected this for several months. Kò jẹ́ kí oúnjẹ kó wá sí Makkah mọ́. So ebi wá pa wọ́n, ebi pa bastards wọn lára débi pé wọn ò róúnjẹ kankan jẹ mọ́. Abu Sufyan wa kọ lẹ́tà sanabi. He wrote a you know how Trump used to write, how Trump used to write his rubbish post on X. That is the way Abu Sufyan wrote it. So he wrote it. He was not begging. He was not threatening. So he wrote a letter in a very, if you read it, it's going to be a very funny letter. So now you want to write in a he wrote like Trump way. Let me put it that way. So he now said, maybe you are preaching that your religion is a religion that talks Rahim. Yeah. You are preaching to us. You are telling us that your religion is a religion that preaches Silatul Rahim, that preaches kinship, ties of kinship. And here you know that Sumama ibn Asal has blocked our food. And then you'll be wondering that so Abu Sufyan no one collected by someone that was just about killing Prophet Sallallahu in Battle of Khandaq that came with war. So when he wrote this letter to Prophet Sallallahu now wrote a letter to Sumama ibn Asal to allow their food to pass. So in fact, he said that they had to start eating, because obviously you understand, in Mecca then. So if you power and if you know those power this stage you cannot talk about so we are going to learn all these things later. But then interestingly, it is connected to Sumama ibn Athal. And now see someone, let's just say different wisdom. Someone that had the intention of killing Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he was just going freely. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made him to be caught. Someone that left his own tribe as a pagan is now returning back to his tribe as a Muslim. So when he returned back to his tribe, because he's a leader in his tribe, so he influenced some people to accept Islam. Eventually, not all of them accepted Islam. Eventually, I mentioned someone's name before, Musaylamatul al-Ahzab. He accepted Islam after the death of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. He went back. He declared his apostasy. A battle of Rida. All these things are interesting things that we must all learn as a serious student. But Allah Subhanahu wa Taala is going to make it easy for us. I just had to do that. For those of us that are familiar with all these details that I mentioned, we are going to connect the dots together and have a better, interesting session here. So after the incident of Sumama ibn Athal, another major thing that happened within this 2 period of time, I'm talking about incident that happened between Battle of Khandaq, or let's say Battle of Banu Qurayza and Hudaybiyah. Another major incident that happened is that within this time, a failed assassination attempt on Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's life. Now, I'll have to narrate this quickly. Is that lẹ́yìn tó parí ogun Khandaq, lọ́jọ́ kan Abu Sufyan wá sọ pé he named a price that who is going to go into Medina and kill Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Tell him about me, assassinate Anabi. So he now one Bedouin, you understand? He now heard the price that is being attached to this, and he said, Umalopa, Nabi is going to assassinate Anabi, and he said that name is not mentioned because he too eventually accepted Islam, so his name was not mentioned. So he now said he's going to do that. He traveled for 6 days between Makkah to Medina because he was traveling low. It is faster, so he traveled for 6 days. He went to Medina and then he found a way to meet Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. You know, it is easy. In that time, you could just make a lie for those around Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So he lied to Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. When he got to Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam face to face, Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam now told the Sahaba that before he even starts his speech, Prophet said, "This is a man that there is treachery over his faces." Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam could read him like, this is a man that is filled with betrayal. So the Sahaba said, Anabi was betrayer. So they just hooked him. They held the man. They searched all his body. While they were searching him, a dagger now fell out of his body. Who told you? Because they are going to ask you to drop all your sword. So he has dropped all. He has done all that. Then he now kept a dagger in his body, meaning that you want to assassinate Prophet. So when they brought out the dagger, Prophet now told him that if you are truthful to me, I am going to spare you. But if you lie to me, then I am going to get you executed. So he now said, Abu Sufyan name price in so he now made that conversion. Then Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam spared his life. So because Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam spared him, he was expecting their own normal attitude. If a leader is to trick you, you understand? We know how leaders used to do, but Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is not like that. So Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam promised him that if you are truthful to me, I'm not going to kill you. So Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam left him. So he said he was amazed that Prophet even left him because but then Prophet left him. So he now accepted Islam. He declared his Shahada, and the news was shocking to Abu Sufyan. When people so little by little, people started converting into Islam. Some tribes, Seerah and one tribe converted. They were part of the Confederates. So they just submitted, and they started. Some accepted Islam, some just submitted, some paid, some seek for forgiveness. All those details are there, but then because they were minor people, it is not documented like that. But I believe that we should understand that all these information contributed to the growth of Islam, and now Islam is now expanding. Islam is expanding. You understand? So, for example, look at that tribe of Gotofan. They had no major thing to do in. They had no major reason to fight Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, but because they were sponsored, because they were sponsored, they came. And they came from very far. So it is not easy for them to just come down to Medina and say, okay, they want to come and fight Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and the likes. And when they want to down on the Anabi, because some of them well, let's not jump to what is coming in the future. But I just don't want us to be missing out these details, and I hope that we are understanding. So another major thing that happened is the assassination of Salam ibn Abi Uqayq. Salam ibn Abi Uqayq. And I said this now, assassination of Salam ibn Abi Uqayq. I want to ask us that which other assassination has been narrated before in this class? And if there's no answer, this is where we are going to stop today. If there's an answer, then I'm going to narrate assassination of Salam ibn Abi Uqayq. We've discussed assassination of someone before, and I need the full name. We've discussed assassination of this. That is when I'm going to teach you about assassination of Salam ibn Abi Uqayq also. So I'm waiting for the answer.
Nobody is talking, K.
Everybody, bye.
Hey, this silence is dangerous. Okay, let us do something. Whether you people are leaving the call, okay? Okay, let's do something. If you're afraid to say the wrong answer, just type in the chat box. And even if you don't have an answer, type in the chat box. Let us be sure that we are not talking to people that have already slept off. And I believe some people are not actually in the class when we discuss some of these things. That's why. So I want to be seeing the messages, please, in the next 2 minutes. By 9:10, I think we should be done with that. Even if you want to rampage your books to to bail us out. Astaghfirullah. La hawla.
Now, Starahma, you're asking for the question. I said it already. I said we've discussed an assassination that happened. The assassination that happened before. One assassination happened. Now I want to discuss about another assassination, and that is assassination of Salam ibn Abi Uqayq. That is another assassination. But we've discussed one assassination that happened before. What is that assassination? Like, who was assassinated then?
I think Stawama is getting it already.
Yeah, it is understandable that some, or let me say about 4 people that can testify to myself were not in class. Those people are saved. Like the last 2 that joined us, I think obviously Star Wa is in class, Star Rahma is in class, but Mustafa is in class. Is Sister After in class? I think Sister Hafsa, Sister Khadija, Sister Amna, I've not joined then. Kilo Day, where are our old students? All these people,
Have you sure?
Subhanallah. Let's find a way to penalize them so they can be serious again.
Eh,
Yeah, because I'm now well, it's fine. Okay, there's no problem. Let's search it. Let's search it anyway. So let's give ourselves answer. Once we give ourselves answer, we are going to narrate the assassination, or we just stop here. لا صغير له علم مع الكبرى. Is there anybody working on that already? But Afar is, you are replying 3 dots, and I don't think that's guiding us to anywhere. But
I'm working on it already.
okay, assassination. We should understand the assassination was carried out by the Sahaba. Like the Sahaba, they went to assassinate someone. You understand? So they've assassinated someone before. Now they want to assassinate another person. The person that was assassinated because of what he did. You understand? The similar thing, not him, but later vessel, But by the time we narrate what he did, we are going to understand why he has to be assassinated. So, and this is about composition that I was talking about. Kab ibn Ashraf, Jazakumullah khairan, Sister Amna. But Sister Amna, were you in class when we learned it? So I will know whether I want to forgive you, I will not want to forgive you. Because the time, I don't know. We keep mentioning all these names, we keep hammering them, but then we don't pay attention. Sister Amna, were you in class?
I doubt she was in class actually.
Okay, no problem. If you're not in class, then it is forgiven. Please, if you are Terry, when you start writing notes in class, you know where you wrote these things. And there's always an opportunity for us to always go back to our notes. It's never answer me from your head, no, except we want to do exam. You understand? Exam, okay, don't open your notes. Any question, even the quiz that is sent to group, you can go back to your notes. The goal is just to ensure we know it, not that we want to give anybody mark. But when we are doing exam, we just want to follow the exam rules. Ensure that we know it. As a Muslims, all these details, let me not use Muslims. As a serious student, all these details, they should not be asking us to be, I think at least you should provide something close so we know that no, you learned it properly. You understand? Because you are just going to be putting yourself in another let me use the word problem. Another problem. If after some years you are still back to where you were before, you cannot be learning Seerah, dedicating times. Subhanallah, doing 80 classes. You understand? It's not a joke. Spending 80 hours learning something is not a joke. Wallahi, we are here for almost 2 years already. I think we class here for almost 2 years. That's not a lie. We are almost 2 years here. So we should not be done with this class or this course, and then we should now be back to just someone that just went to class. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, as a class, we don't even know when we are stopping yet. But then we should be very, very different from anybody that has never taken this course like this. All this information is not like it is not cheap to get. It is easy to browse, but browse study the best. It is when you study to that place and you understand it, that is when it's going to be understanding. You can imagine someone can just come to you and say that, oh, I saw something, assassination of Kab ibn Ashraf. It means Prophet Sallallahu used to assassinate. Subhanallah, we can start assassinating. No, that is not it. Until you study the Seerah deeply, you understand, oh, this is why assassination has to happen. You understand? And I won't go back to Kab ibn Ashraf because that was another series, maybe lesson 36 or 37 around that time. And I'm very sure if Sister Habiba was on call, she will have answered. I was hoping. But alhamdulillah, she was not on call to have exposed everybody that, okay, we did not know it. So if she was on call, because there was one day she just messaged me that, that thing of Kab ibn Ashraf, she was reading it and it did not, like, she had to request for me to even release the video earlier then, because there was difficulty of releasing the video then. So I eventually released the video and sent it to her. So she studied it properly. So she must have remembered who Kab ibn Ashraf was. But now this is another person that we need to know. Salam. Okay, Kab ibn Ashraf, he was leader of Banu Nadir. He was he was assassinated because he was giving Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam a big problem in Medina then. But now, Kabati narrates Salam ibn Abi Huqayq. We just use that understanding to see reason why Ka'b ibn Ashraf was assassinated. So Salam ibn Abi Huqayq, he is a rich man from Khaybar. You understand? He's one of the rich men from Khaybar. And let's not forget that we said, nígbà táwọn Banu Nazir, Tanabi lé wọn lọ, Ibolo wọn lọ sí Khaybar. And Khaybar is a distance, not very, very far away from Medina, but it is far. It is about 2 days journey. Unlike Mecca to just 6 days journey. We should know that, we should understand. But Ka'b is still to Khaybar is still to northward, not south. You understand? So Khaybar, it has someone named Salam ibn Abi Huqayq. Salam ibn Abi Huqayq is a very rich man that has used his wealth to sponsor Banu Gotofan. Now we understand. Would that be Elon Musk must sponsor Israel nisin? Kí ogun wa lọlẹ̀, kí Iran wa lọ assassinate Elon Musk, kí wá ní kí ló tó ṣe pẹ̀lú Elon Musk. It is all like this thing makes sense. You understand? I'm just using Elon Musk as an example. You understand? But or let's just all those people financing Israel. Let's just put it like that, because just look at it. Look at the reality of the world. Imagine a whole state giving $16 billion, subhanallah, to fight over some people. A whole state. If people now start shaming US, start shaming them, we don't say, why are you shaming them? Why will they not shame you? Why are you financing such? You should understand. So Salam ibn Abi Huqayq is one of the major people who financed the Battle of Khandaq, and he especially financed Banu Gotofan. Yeah. So when he financed them, Tiogun, Banu Qurayza Lole, the Khazraj, they now started competing themselves. In fact, the Khazraj were the one that brought the idea to Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu that, oh prophets, they went to meet Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu that give us permission to go and assassinate Salam ibn Abi Huqayq, because everybody thinks so they now said, Prophet Sallallahu said, you why do you want to do this? They were now saying that you know that it was the House tribe that assassinated Ka'b ibn Ashraf. We can understand the competition going on between House and Khazraj now. We understand. If we take House, but the Shidada come by, Khazraj no matter Shidada ni. About Shidada House money, you know to the Shidada by, or not to Shidada. That is how the Sahabas used to compete. But look at us in the class. We are not even competing to even listen, to even be attentive. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us safety. I'm only making that one light. I didn't mean it. So Khazraj, they now volunteered within themselves. I want to be man, work on a meeting. We just group of 5 people. Yeah, let's go and assassinate Salam ibn Abi Huqayq. So they told Prophet Sallallahu about the plan, and Prophet gave them permission. Prophet now gave them one instruction. Okay, there's only one condition: do not kill a woman and do not kill children. You understand? Prophet gave them that because any meaning, it's just like someone. Okay, if someone is to meet me as a leader here and says, I have a plan to kill Trump, do you think I will not give that person go ahead? Like just know that you are safe. You understand? They say, yeah, don't worry, we have our plan also. So they now went to Banu Khaybar. Yeah, they went to Khaybar. So when they got to Khaybar is a fortress, and I believe that with the graphics that we showed last week, we could understand what fortress means. I will not be able to share that. Just go back. If I send it, if I not send it, I believe you understand what the fortress means. So it is said that when they got to fortress, there will be security that will be checking them in. You understand? And Kuziba, she need that, and we now Arab and they have to do something. So 5 people volunteered under the leadership of Abdullah ibn Atiq. Abdullah ibn Atiq is the one that led the expedition. You understand what expedition means like this. So Abisoi Saraya, let's just put it Saraya to Abdullah ibn Atiq. I just named it myself just for us to understand what expedition Saraya means. So Abdullah ibn Atiq now said, okay, Ahmadabi Ogboni. So when they got to around Khaybar, they hid themselves. Shady Tobat our fortress here, Tobat Dale fortress, because no one is going to come in just for security and all these protocols. So Oman Tilekun. So they know about all this information. And it said that Abdullah ibn Atik is a man that is very fluent in their language. He knows the language of the Jews. You understand? Because Jews no longer Khaybar. So today Banu Nazir shilo ba won ní Khaybar. So Jews no longer Khaybar. So um when they got there, they were now looking for a way to enter into the fortress. So Sir Abdullah ibn Atik was the one who volunteered. When it was evening time, let's say Maghrib time, 35 tilekun, he now went. So someone and competent urinate. The security will not be paying attention to, okay, this is going to be an outsider or a visitor. And in that time, how the Arabs used to dress now. So the security just call on that, oh young man, don't you are urinating since money. You understand?
Wow.
That was the scope that Abdullah ibn Atik used. So he just responded, mumba for me, so he just made him very, very so so he now watched that security man that was closing the door. He saw him also already bit of fikisi, so he but everything's lightly. And then let's not go to all those like just koledun, but then I do not want to be lying. So so he now went to take the key. He opened the door slightly for others so that others can sneak in also. So they now went into the house of Abdullah ibn Salam ibn Abi Ukaik. I'm repeating the name so we won't say that, hey, I've not heard it before. So we said they went to the house of Salam ibn Abi Ukaik. So when they got to the house, they saw that he has a lot of visitors. So they waited till the visitors left. But the fortress has protected them, so it's not as if their house is deeply protected like that. So they went to Abdullah Ibn Atik. I read 2 books, and then those 2 books gave various narration about it. But then the incident happened, but they gave different style. Some said it was only Abdullah Ibn Atik that was able to enter Khaybar. Some said he eventually opened gates for others. But our differences difference why in Sheoto in the story because in Sheoto, we I think getting in the beginning of the class. So when he got there, he said that he killed, he assassinated him. He killed Salam ibn Abi Ukaik. Another report said that he killed him 3 times. That he killed him the first time. You understand? So another report says that after killing him, he had to wait for verification. He waited until next morning so that the news carrier, I mean town crier, I want to want to pass Salam ibn Abi Ukaik. So when he heard that announcement, that is when he sneaked out. You understand? Like there's going to be a chaos, and it is easy for you to just run away. Now another interesting thing that happened is that one report says that Salam ibn Abi Ukaik, that the wife shouted. So one of them was about killing the wife. That's when he now remembered that Prophet said that no woman or children should be killed. So they now did the operation very fast. And while they were doing the operation very fast, Abdullah ibn Atik, Yoruba is like that. So the 4 of them had to carry him. And we are going to be seeing all these mission, Damari moving. So the reality is just what is happening. It's normal that it happens like that. So they now went to Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and gave him the report that they have killed Salam ibn Abi Ukaik. And Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam rubbed his hand on the leg of Abdullah ibn Atik, and the leg healed. You understand? The leg that was broken, it's healed. So all this were part of what we. This is just the 3rd one that we have here. So we can continue with Ghazwat to Banu Lihyan and Saraya of Zayd ibn Haritha, Saraya to Khabat. But let's do that next class. I believe that the time is fast spent, and I want to believe that we've benefited enough today. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for us. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless Ustaz and give him knowledge and understanding. So Jazakumullah khairan, like we do always, and may Allah accept this as an ood for you and us, and not against us. But without wasting much of our time, because I don't know, a lot of us might have something else outlined for today already, even if it's just to sleep, it's also valid. So, if there's any contribution or question before we move on, any contribution or question, or if you want to seek a clarification. Okay, okay, someone raised their hand. Then Mr. Khadija, Bismillah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
I just story that you talked about where they captured the leader of, I didn't really get the name of the tribe, but the one that he said that he said three things, and that he was a person with heavy blood, and basically the one of the things he said was that if the Prophet ﷺ spared his life, that he would be grateful. I've come across a verse in the Quran that talks about not conferring favors for favors. So I just wanted to know how like that relates, or is it that he didn't necessarily say that he wasn't necessarily saying like spend my life and I'll do something for you, or I'm a bit confused with that because of the verse that says that you shouldn't confer favors for favors.
Okay, Zach Nakaran for that. And I pray that does not take us 1 hour to explain again, but it's very valid. So, but just on my own part, I think the Baba you are talking about was Muhammad bin Athal, and is the chieftain of Banu Hanifa. So now I'll leave the question to Stas to answer.
Now, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So now, yeah, please. Okay, the first thing is what Ustaz said, that it is Sumama ibn Asal from Banu Hanifa. You understand? And Banu Hanifa is a very big tribe. But your question, I think I get, but then maybe let me try and give my answer if that's going to be a perfect thing. You said Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said we should not be asking for favor with favor. And that's wala temnun testexted in Surah Al-Mudaththir. So kaye fiori baori. Meaning what it means is that I should not say, Shibi, I'm teaching you class. Oh yeah, give me money. You understand? No. If I want to ask for money, let me ask for money. Don't put that condition because I'm doing something, I should now request for a favor from you. That's what the fast is saying. But now, the statement is coming from someone who is a pagan in that time, not a Muslim yet. You understand? So, and even the statement is not falling under that category. You understand? These are two leaders. Someone is the leader of Medina, Prophet Muhammad. Another leader saying that I'm a leader of another leader of Banu Hanifa rather. So when they met, one has captured one. Prophet Muhammad has captured Banu Hanifa. Now Banu Hanifa is saying that if you kill me, know that there is it's just the reality. He's not offering himself. Key leader running now. It's just like the conversation between Iran and President Trump. President Trump is saying that you kill me, we are going to bomb you. Bomb us, you see what you see, which we are going to bomb you. You understand what I'm saying? Like if you should bomb us, you know we have bomb also. So that kind of conversation is not like if you bomb me, it's not falling in that category. I want to believe you understand what is happening now. So he said, if you kill me, know that you have killed someone with an heavy blood. Telling Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam that Tanaba Philip Pamiu, I won't tribe me, they will definitely retaliate for my death, and that is calling for war. If you spare me, know that I am someone that recognizes favor. If you've spared me, meaning that you have done me favor by sparing my life, know that I'm definitely going to pay back. That kind of payback is that one, if I buy your next because I know that you have been very, very good to me. And the third one is saying that if you want money, I'm going to pay you. Mean that let me just ransom myself off. I will just ransom myself off. You understand? So it's still not falling under the category of me doing a favor for you and now using that favor to request for another favor. So that is what the verse is saying. And I believe that you understand. So I believe that is clear now. Assalamu alaikum.
Naam, alaikum salam. Jazakumullah khairan. So basically, in Yoruba term, wọ́n máa ní pé èèyàn ṣèrè ègún. So on nǹkan tó náà sọ ni pé ká má ṣèrè ègún. Wàhálà tẹ̀lé ló ń tẹ̀sítẹ́kì. So, but what is happening here is like you've been captured as a prisoner of war. Even if he's not the leader of the tribe, he's a prisoner, and his captive are giving him the opportunity to negotiate his freedom. So what he's doing was negotiating his freedom. Let's leave out the fact that he's a pagan. Let's leave out the fact that he's a leader in some way. So if they are giving him the opportunity to negotiate his freedom, just like you did something wrong, you are taken to a court and they gave you bail. So and maybe you negotiate the bail, your lawyer negotiated the bail with the judge, and you reach a conclusion. So you're cheating the plaintiff and the defendant, all those issues. So it's not that okay. That what you are trying to portray is someone has done something for you for so long. So at one point you now need the person's favor instead of you to act it honorably. And then like so I think that's the one that is trying to be prohibited or the commandment. That's what the commandment is talking about. Now for that. So may Allah bless you for asking that question, and that gives us a lot of clarification also. Is there any other question before we actually call it a day? Our time is fast spent. This is 9:32, 1 hour above the time we ought to end the class. Now, I mean, want to reserve my prayer. Even though it starts down, not me. Okay. All right, so I don't know if we're going to be having class next week because we'll just be done with Eid. But I'm not saying there will not be class. So if the starts that's the I don't know if the starts is traveling to his hometown, so and they will not be able to come back early. But what my channel is that next week is another day. We know if we are going to meet or we are not going to meet. Exams, subhanallah. So, anyways, if it is exam, that means you have from now to next week to go and watch 60 videos, if I'm not wrong. Okay, not everything was uploaded, 50-something videos. Or revise your notes if you have the notes. So, subhanallah, big of Lizzat and La Yasifun. Wassalamu ala mursaleen. Walhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Yeah, no.
جزاكم الله خيرا.